had to move in the lot. Told for the 12 for the swat. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit the link with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Down the Field Podcast. Today we are here with Robert Giaimo, and we're going to be asking him some questions like we do just about every interview. So, let's get started. Hayden, let's open us up.
All right. So you play running back. Why running back? Like, what was the main reason why you chose running back?
Just the thrill of the game, honestly. The running back position is just a lot of complex rules you have to take care of for sure. Some other things I'll say why I choose running back over other positions is because it's just more comfortable for my height. I'm not built for no wide receiver or no tight end position or anything like that, but I know that I can control the game in a way, really.
So this time you didn't lag out, so I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
It sounds good now. So I'm going to go ahead and do a different order than before. So, favorite NFL team, just hands down, no doubt about it. What's your favorite NFL team?
Carolina Panthers, hands down. I ain't going nowhere.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir. I like that. Yes. I'm a whole
Sir.
Carolina Panthers fan. I love that.
Yes, sir. Speaking of NFL, what was your favorite player growing up?
D'Angelo Williams. He was a player that I kind of like wanted to style out as a way. He was a really swaggy character. I like him. He was really cool. He was a really good running back, in Memphis, the hometown I grew up in. And shoot, when he went to Carolina Panthers, it was something that was like, wow, that's my team. That's my team forever. I can't do nothing about that.
So, all right, completely hands down hate this question, but every time there's one of our other guys who couldn't be here today, he asks this question every time. So I have to ask it. It's midnight. You're hungry. Where are you going to go eat?
Five Guys. Say Five Guys. I get a probably a double. I got a lot of stuff on there, like a bacon cheeseburger with like the extra patty, extra bacon, a large fry, probably a large drink as well. And I'll be straight chilling for the rest of the day.
Five Guys.
Rest of that night.
Yeah, Five Guys slaps.
I haven't had it in a while. All right. So let's go back to football. What
Mhm.
what do you like most about playing football?
Say that again.
What do you like most about playing football?
Memories. It's always a blessing to it's always a blessing to really create those memories with your brothers that are, playing side by side with each other. And even so, the time you have outside of football with one another, other than just football, it's not only just about football, it's about like, what you guys do afterwards, do y'all guys talk, chill, you know, get to know each other even more, again, the spirit of God and everything. It's that bond you really create with your brothers and your friends. That's like a bond that won't break, like a great best friendship or a brotherlyship.
So, I remember you telling me that you grew up knowing Kenneth Walker. So, what is that like? What was it like knowing him growing up? Like, did you see something? He's gonna be a star. Like, what was it? What was it like, basically?
He was always a great player growing up in my childhood. Played with him SYS. Really, really good. He's really, really good at SYS. People thought that I remember one of my old buddies back at home thought I was his brother, and I was like, wait, no, I'm not his brother. I'm not his brother because I ran similar as him in a way, and they thought it was him, and I'm not gonna say his nickname. I don't think that'd be too much of him saying his actual nickname, but they thought I was him for a while, and I was like, no, 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 I'm not his little brother at all. But in high school, I went against him, and he was killing our team. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was a threat. to defense on our team. It was it's a blessing to be able to experience, a player that's in the NFL right now that I even went against. I played with, in little league with, and seeing him run the ball is, hey, you can't see it firsthand like that when you're in action with him. It's a great experience.
All right. My next question is there anything that like motivates you before a game, like to help you lock in?
My mom and God, I say those two main factors, honestly. Really, number one is God because um, he blessed me to really just like play the game that I love every day, being able to be able to wake up and be like, okay, I get the chance to do this sport and be able to utilize my talent that he's given me through this sport. And my mom is someone that's been pushing me for a long, long time to play, to get into it and everything. And she sees a lot in me. And it's a lot of other people that really push me as well. But my biggest motivator has been my mom and God.
So, your number is 21 currently, correct?
Yeah.
So, what's behind it?
I've always thought about that in a way, and I've been thinking about that. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that question. I haven't really heard that question, but I never thought that question would be asked to me before. But that number really kind of was just given to me in a way. But that number has had so many meaning to it when it was given to me at a young age, and ever since then I carried on throughout my life. But I think I always thought the two represents the Holy Spirit and God, and that one, it's like two in one in a way. So that two mean Holy Spirit and God, and that one represent me. So two in one. That's why I think about.
So while playing football, did you ever have to come across any challenges?
Definitely. I ran across, just previously I ran across a challenge with, my injury with my foot. And then, in 2022, broke my foot in UT Martin. Couldn't really do much. At first, it was kind of like it was my very first injury in college. And I was okay. This is the first obstacle I got to jump over. I gotten so big. Well, I gotten so fat after that injury. And then I had to kind of like lock back in and everything. And it really taught me a lot of stuff within myself and being able to watch other players and be able to observe and even help them out and see it from the other perspective. You know what I mean? And then another challenge I went over was, tearing my leg as well, hurting myself in before halftime in SEMO, not SEMO game, but Austin P game of last season. That was definitely a challenge to harder over. And just that rehab part was the thinking I was thinking about was I didn't know if I'm gonna be the same after, running and everything or jumping. But after a while I had to just trust God and be able to just take one day at a time, be patient with it. And I've been seeing great results now and being able to see the progress been going up and up and more and more.
So, I mean, just by looking at I guess just the way you're built, you're a pretty strong guy. It's what it looks like. Um, so do you have any kind of like special diet that you follow?
I don't. It's if you just think about DK Metcalf diet and then they go from there. That's clearly how it is. I'll just eat as much as I can, you know. But like when I'm back at home, I try to fix my own food, try to make my own breakfast as much as I can. If I can make a big breakfast, I'll make it, and then for lunch or dinner, my mom's usually making food. So I'm getting fed by them. So it's home cooked meals that be give me good food, man.
So so during your high school career, what was it like when you got your first offer from a school?
Um, Extremely exciting. Just jumping all over the place in a way. It was a dream come true. It was like, hey, I got my foot stepped into college now. Now I got to be able to grind for more and keep working and putting in that work to be able to get seen even more out there. But I'll definitely say it was a true blessing to be able to get that offer and even more that came afterwards.
What school was that they gave you your first offer?
The first school that offered me was Arkansas Tech.
Um, so I know right now, you're currently playing at Lindenwood. Just what's your future? What do you think is in front of you?
Honestly, it's been hard to really think about that. Honestly, I always say I want to go in the NFL, but you gotta know about the facts and everything, and just the percentages of people that goes to the next level. I do truly believe that I am going, but I can't say but, not even no but in it. I'll say I know for sure I'm probably gonna be going to the next level because I know how hard I work into it, and I kind of just see myself either playing football or being able to be in that same field of like sports, especially around helping other students and being able to let them know like in sports psychology in a way. Just like sports psychology. I want to be in that like kind of field of like helping with other student athletes, like let them know like hey, how to handle football and other things as well. So I kind of see myself doing a little bit of both.
So, for my first question was like, why did you pick running back? Now, my this question is, what's it like playing as a running back? Like, what are some of the challenges that go into it? And
That's kind of hard to really say the challenges of going and being a running back. I mean, nowadays you see people want to be wide receivers, quarterbacks, or DBs more often, than anything else. But like running back position, I feel like it's just a crucial key component of the game and momentum of the game as well. So, well, with that being said, I feel like I mean, it comes with every position comes with challenges. So it just depends on just how that person is or how that player is in general with like strength, weight, or even if vision. It's a lot of key components for certain levels do you have to reach for being in the running back position.
All of these have been great answers so far. So, what other hobbies or things do you enjoy?
Ooh. As you know, I like playing on the VR headset, man. I love playing the VR headset. But I like to honestly on my free time, I like reading. Reading's been read comics or read anime and read mangas, like I read all that kind of things. It's reading has been like a calm point, just for a while, and it bring, peace to me in a way. So reading and I need to get back into drawing. That's another thing I need to get back into. I stopped doing that for a little bit, but reading has been a key component in a lot of stuff, honestly.
so, in your like college career, out of all the games that you've played, which one is your favorite?
Um, Ooh, I say my favorite game was probably my whole college career. My favorite game was probably the first game we won, Division 1 game. It was against Houston Baptist. That was a opener in a game where like it was our first time being a Division 1 team, and it was our first time being, my first time being in Texas ever. So like, oh, it was a fight. That game was a fight back and forth. It was an intense game from the start to the end. So it was like it was fun. It was definitely a fun first Division 1 game, first game of the season, kind of opener. It was a blessing to have that thrill of that moment and to endure that, you know what I mean, and take it all in.
Um, so I figured you would say the 77-point game when you guys scored 77 points. Because you had 2 or 3 touchdowns that game, I saw. But so mentioning touchdowns, you've had 14 in your college career. Which one has been the most memorable or your favorite, just to you?
I can't really say which. I honestly can't really say which touchdown, has been my favorite but memorable. But I'll definitely say that my first score in college career was definitely a exciting one and a fun one, honestly, because it was my first couple of snaps being able to run the ball in a way and being able to show my talent off to the world.
I believe that was all of mine, but let me check. Uh, yeah, that was all of mine.
So, I just have 1 or 2 more. As long as you're cool. All right. So,
Cool by me, man.
so your biggest influence, who would it be?
I say my moms. Honestly, not even just only my moms, my family. They have my back through it all. They motivate me to keep me pushing even farther. Um, they're my rock. They're my everything to me. So I miss them a lot. Have to see them since then. I get to see my family in about 2 weeks, but they're my rock. They've been my biggest motivators. They've been behind me for every step of the way through all the challenges, through all my ups and downs, and on top of that, God is another factor of it as well, because it's a blessing to be able to play the sport that I am being able to play, and just being able to get through college as well. I'm getting ready to graduate pretty soon here. And not a lot of people get to say this, so it's a blessing to get this far in life.
I have,
And
I have, I have one more. I didn't.
okay.
My bad. My final question is there any sort of like strategies to help you improve at your position?
Um, it's kind of hard to say that. I'd say it's more of just how much work you put in and how much knowledge you put into like the game as well. It's more just understanding a lot of key components of what's been given to you, laid in front of you, and the information that's been kind of like stored into your brain, honestly. It's about just training on those things, being able to work on your craft, and even so to take care of your body. I think that's kind of one of the main points.
All right. So the last question of the interview. Let's just say you had a ticket. Whatever college you want, you don't have to pay anything. You can be a starter. What college would you go to?
That's the same as I don't know what NFL team I want to go to if I get drafted. It's all about just it's all about just the opportunity that was given to me. It's hard to really say that. That's just a odd, a God honest truth, because who would have known I would have been in Lindenwood? Other people thought I would be going to Memphis or going to Virginia Tech or anything like that. But who would have known I'd be in Lindenwood, being able to do what I'm doing now? It's really hard to say like what school I really want to go to. I mean, as a kid, I will say this: as a kid, I wanted to go to Oregon. That was everyone's favorite. Exactly. I mean, everyone keeps shaking your head. I mean, as a kid, that was a long time ago, and it was actually really cold. But I don't know. It was only just about the opportunity that's really given to me, and I just took what was best for me and my family.
It's because Oregon had cool jerseys, is it? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, at the time, they had some
Marcus Mariota. I'm not kidding.
they had some really really cool jersey styles. It was really cool and dope as a kid. They had so many styles, you couldn't beat it.
They do have some pretty cool jerseys. Well, thank you so much for this interview. This has been an amazing opportunity, and
Yeah,
yeah, thank you so much.
no problem, brother.
That way, and guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade fade to gray as you fade away.